welcome you to today's Zoom. If you are from the USA, if you are from Canada, if you are from South Africa or Nigeria, wherever you are from, I want to give you a warm welcome to our training today. We are really honored and privileged to be able to meet via Zoom, right? All over the world. We have a connectedness today that we did not have a few years ago, maybe even a year and a half ago, right? But we also have the opportunity through our business to grow internationally. We are in more than 80 different countries, and what an absolute blessing to be able to build a business globally. That is huge. So I just want to share with you this morning something that I was just awakened to. And I got up this morning, the sun is shining in Colorado, the birds are singing, the trees have little leaves, and the season is changing. And yes, Bob is celebrating with me, right, Bob? Hallelujah. We are ready for summer. But I'll tell you this, there's something about when seasons change in our lives. And we have to be wise and discern the times that we live in. And we also have to discern the seasons that we live in. And one of the things that I'm discerning is the importance of building multiple streams of income for yourself and for your family. It's just where the world is at, you guys. You will be wise to discern that. And that is part of why we are gathering here today, because New Age has become an additional source of income for all of us. But more than that, it is providing us with a community of people that we belong to and that we become friends with each other, right? We always say in this business, strangers become friends and friends become family. And I have had the honor to experience that with so many people the last 12 months. But one of the individuals that I really experienced this with is Nick Papas. Nick is somebody that I've met a few months ago. We chat almost every day. I laugh like crazy for Nick. He is one of the most hilarious people that I know. But this guy has got a head on his shoulders for business. He understands multi-level marketing. He understands the South African market. He's one of us, right? And Nick, you are somebody that we actually have a bit of the same roots. Tell the people where you are from in South Africa and tell them about your Soki Koning Da. Now you've got to translate that. Tell them about all of that.
Yeah, well, you know what? When a year ago, when I met you, Erika, your team is from where I was born, from Bloemfontein, and I said to myself, but now what? All the South Africans in MLM are from Bloemfontein. And I started telling you about, well, I used to be a DJ, believe it or not, ponytail, the whole thing. And yes, and I had an Afrikaans girlfriend way back then. And so I used to DJ, but I used to DJ till 4 a.m, go home, sleep, and then go and do a part-time job in the day. And this Afrikaans girl that I met introduced me to what we call in South Africa a socky. A socky is something like country and western moves where you hold each other and you spin. You spin around and around and around and around, and you fix the floor up nicely. And then if you want to disco, or what do you call it today, if you want to do the club thing, in the middle, you dance. But what I liked was it finished at 12 o'clock. It finished at 12 o'clock because there was church the next day. So we couldn't go longer than that. And that was how I started, and it paid for my studies. And till today, I thank her. She's not with me anymore, but I still thank her. So that's my little gig in the region.
Part of your education, right? Right? But Nick, you are very successful. You've got an amazing team growing in South Africa, and I've come to know a few of you guys and network with you. What do you envision for your team in Africa? How do you feel about what's going on with New Age Africa at the moment?
Well, you know what? I work and my philosophy is us. I don't believe in us and them. It's us, one. There's one. You know, it doesn't matter what team you're in because each one helps the other one's momentum. You know, so uh, one is not enough, but a lot together gives you a bigger result, isn't it? So I think we're in for a lovely ride in Africa. In fact, long overdue, long overdue. Our products, our company. Look, I did a due diligence before I joined. Believe me, I was with the DNA company, which we merged with Oryx, and I did a full DNA, full DNA. Yes, you could call it that. I did a total due diligence, and I can promise you right now, I am so excited for what's coming. I'm counting the days. I'm counting the days, and I know every single body on the Zoom tonight is blessed. Every single body that's on the Zoom is blessed. And those that aren't in Africa yet, because there's a lot of people from the US and Canada on here. There's people here, you know what? I'm the first one to say, we'll help you. You know what I'm saying? South Africans open their homes, if you want to call it that. You know, the Greeks have a saying, it's called philotimo. Remember that word, philotimo. That means you come and visit me, you come into my house, and I look after you. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. So, Nick, you've also lost a few pounds or a few kilograms, right? Tell us about that.
Well, 2 stages. The one with our products, and the other one, which I don't want to lose that way. You know, I had COVID in January, and I lost in the hospital. I lost a lot of weight in the hospital. But last year I had 2 faces, you know, and I went on to the slenderize. You know, in South Africa, we call it the day-night drops, the skinny drops, the wonder drops, magic drops, whatever you want to call them. Drops. Yeah, I went on them for 5 months. I did cheat though. And I lost 12 kilos. Marina was very happy. And that's all I was worried about. Yeah.
Oh, Marina, we just love Marina, right? Yeah. So, Nick, we are thrilled to have you on our training Zoom today. Give us a little bit of background on your passion for MLM and how you got started. And I want to give the floor over to you, Nick. We love you. And it's a blessing for me personally to get to know you the way that we have. I count you as family back home. So take over, Nick. The floor is yours.
Okay, yeah, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Nick Pappas, as you know. I'm from Johannesburg. Johannesburg is, if I can explain it to the Americans, Johannesburg, center of South Africa, capital. We've got 2 capitals actually, but Joburg, as we call it, it's the hub, it's the New York, it's the battery of Africa. I'm here. I've got a lot of my team on the Zoom here tonight as well, spread out all over South Africa, but most of them are here with me. I'm going to share my screen actually. Let me share. Can I share my screen? And okay, yes. So I'm going to share my screen. And yeah. Okay, so I've got one philosophy, guys. And tonight's a training Zoom. So the way I look at things when especially now in pre-launch, you know, the best position to be in a business, a startup, as we call it. We are a startup in South Africa, although our company is a startup, a $500 million startup. Shame, we're very short of money. But we are starting up in South Africa, and I can tell you guys now, I've been in this position before. I've been in this position before, and it's the best position to be in. You know, and why? You want to know why? We are launching, hopefully, on the 1st of June. But let's say, for the sake of this, on the 1st of June. What is the first thing we need to do? If we look at we're going to war, right? We're going to war. Let's use that. When we go to war, we need to recruit the soldiers. We need to recruit the soldiers. And what are we going to do with the soldiers? We're going to train them. We're going to train the soldiers so that when we go to war, we know exactly where the enemy is. We know exactly what to do, how to use the equipment that is given to us so that we can win the war, right? So I just want to touch on this before we actually start with the actual presentation. And that is, does everybody know what linear income means versus residual income? And what do we do in our business, in our network marketing business? What do? We are a residual income generating company. So linear income is what 90% of the world does today, right? That's why, and they are called workers. They are called workers because they are the ones that generate the economy. And then you have the owners of the businesses, which are the, well, let's call it in inverted commas, the clever ones. They, in order for the workers to do their work, they do the work, and the bosses go on holiday and they reap the rewards. The saying, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Why is that saying there? Because the rich, which is the owners of businesses, they'll go to a restaurant, they'll eat out, they'll take that receipt and they'll claim a percentage back from tax. But the poor person that works 9 to 5 goes to the same restaurant, pays with the same money, and goes home and sleeps. So why? Is that fair or is that not fair? It's unfair. But we have the solution, and that is residual income, what we do. And what is that? What we do is we generate income through, we continue to earn our income even if we're not in the business, right? This income is based on sales, on the sale of consumable products and services. So the more you put into this business, the more you're going to make. When you retire one day and you do nothing, you will still be earning. That is called residual income. And that is this I'm saying for the new people on here today, there's a lot of you. You know, that is the difference between residual income and a job. The acronym for job, just over broke. And it's true. You know, a lot of people work 30 days in the month for 3 minutes. Why? Because after 3 minutes, after they've paid their rent, their mortgage, their car, their medical aid, for those that pay medical aid, the insurances and all that, they start again for another 3 months, another 30 days. So when you're doing presentations, and this is very, very important, we're not doctors. We're not doctors. So in a presentation, before you do a presentation, you got to do a disclaimer. A disclaimer just protects the company and protects you. So I've actually taken my face off the screen. I don't know if everybody's the same. If you want to screenshot this or take a photo, take notes, because these are important things that you got to remember. Because remember, the minute you recruit a person, you're a leader. You're a leader. So in our industry, duplication is a must. At school, you're not allowed to duplicate, so you're not allowed to copy. In our game, in our industry, duplication is a must. So what I'm teaching you, you must go out and do and teach your people. So we all know the world is changing. We all know that the way business is done and the way things are happening today has changed from, you know what, we can even say a year ago, 18 months ago, whatever, whenever COVID started. And I don't think it's going to get back to the normality that we knew, you know. But today, the largest transport company is Uber. The largest movie theater is Netflix. The largest hotel group is Airbnb. The largest online shop is Amazon. They're all making a fortune. They're all making a fortune, but none of them own what they do, right? And this is what we do. We don't own the stock that we telling people what we do. We don't have to pay. We don't have to have a bank account to worry about. Have we got enough money to buy all the stock or all the products? We don't need all of that. And today, the home-based business is the way to go. You know, NewAge, this business is in 75 countries. And last year, although we ended at $490 million, this year we envisage finishing off at $1 billion. Okay. Currently in Europe, especially in Italy, they generated, not so long ago, they were generating $2.5 million in sales every single week. and they jumped to $5 million overnight. And I'm going to show you today what they did, how they did it, and how we can also do it. Because remember what I said, if you learn how to fight, you're going to win the war. We were awarded the 29th largest direct selling company in the world last week. Okay. And right. Okay. So what's the most important thing in our business? We are a health and wellness business. We're we've got weight loss products. So we offer weight loss solutions. And I always say, do not use the word sell. Sell to me, you sound like a used car salesman. We don't sell. We tell stories. We tell stories. And I'm just going to share a couple of pointers on how you can actually put your own story together, because each one of us has a story. So as you see on the screen there, start gathering your story. Those of you in Africa, right now, we don't have product stories. So we haven't used the products. Some of us have, but most of us have not used the products. Okay, so today or now is the right time to start gathering your story. Okay, so the first section of this is tell your story to yourself 100 times in the next 30 days. Practice saying it out loud, and I suggest do it with family and friends, so there's no strings attached, or there's no you don't have to feel embarrassed, whatever. Even share it with your teammates, some prospects that are close to your clients. Collect stories from people in your team that have been or that are on the products. Go into the Facebook pages. You'll find plenty of stories that are already there on the Facebook pages that are already set up for this. Okay, transformation health styles, transformation lifestyles, to mention two of them, right? They all related to our industry. You can use those stories in the meantime to the build up to the launch, right? So that you can recruit and have something to show and tell your people. And what I do is I actually, if you look organized to your prospect, he's going to look at you very differently. If you look disorganized to your prospect, he's going to think twice, right? So posture is king. Posture is king. So you've got to be excited, you've got to talk a little bit loud, and you've got to show that prospect that you actually know what you're doing. For example, show them pictures. Pictures tell stories. Go into transformation style, lifestyle. What I do, I go into transformation health style. I screenshot some of the pictures, and I tell stories on those pictures. Because instead of letting the prospect, read the story, you tell the story, but you show the picture. And remember what I said: duplicate. It's not a problem if you use other people's stories, because that's what we do. We're a team. We're one big global family. So leading into the launch, create a story on the products, because although we don't have products in South Africa, we're a global company. You might know people in the US, in Australia, in Europe. You need to know the product. You need to get onto the international Zooms as well and learn what those products are all about and what they do. Because I can tell you right now, the products that we're going to get here are not going to be far different to what we've already got. That I can tell you now. We're a health and wellness company. 1 + 1 is 2. You've got to work this out, right? So you must work at getting started story, as I say there, an opportunity story, okay? And once you're in the game, how long it took you to rank up, okay? For those that haven't ranked up already. The next part of the training tonight is what I call the power of 4 times 4. Now, at the moment, the times 4, the second part, is not happening, but the power of 4 is what I want you guys to actually focus on heavily for the next 6 weeks. And it's very simple, everyone. It's very, very simple. So I've used the picture there on the left. That's my first picture in my first company and my first rank. So there I am on the left-hand side there. Now, I'm going to launch in 6 weeks. How am I going to maximize my downline so that when I launch, now listen very, very carefully. You want to launch with a force behind you. You want to launch with 100 people minimum in your team. And it's not difficult. It's not difficult because in this industry, the power of more is what counts. The power of more. So what does that mean? That means tomorrow, go find 4 people. 4 people, that's all. And duplicate what you've just done. So those 4 people must each find 4 people to take it to 16, right? The same 16 must find 4 people and so forth and so forth. You'll see there. Once you hit 64, between 64 and 256, you're going to be earning already 15,000 Rand a month. Now that's a lot of money. 15,000 Rand a month. And that's just taking it if the spend is minimal, guys. Right? You can earn much, much more, especially with the compensation plan that we have in place. Although we don't know it, it's going to be the same principles as what it is now. The only difference is dollars and rands. Okay. And hopefully they'll throw in 1 or 2 things extra for us. Right. But imagine now, you now carry on and eventually you get to 1024. Remember, we go 7 generations deep. Right. I'm showing you 5 generations here. But 7 generations deep, you're doing 1.5 million Rand a month. Matching bonus, don't worry about the pronunciations here, what they are, whatever the case is. I just want to show you guys something here, what the power of more does. So let's say you're one of the successful ones, which I'm sure you will be, and you've worked and you've got to the 7th generation. So you have now a total of 21,844 people in your team, which you can do. If you have people that are willing, that have strong whys, and you as a leader are teaching them and showing them exactly how it's done, and you next to them all the time, this is the money you can generate. Now leave the dollar sign there. Forget about the dollar sign and change that dollar sign. I should have done it, but change that dollar sign to a rand. So each one of them are generating 200 Rand a week. 200 Rand a week. That's 4.4 million Rand turnover. Okay. And your matching bonus at 5% will pay you 220,000 Rand for that week. Now, is that a lot of money? Absolutely. And I say to you even better now, let's do this. So 220,000 Rand, Nick, you crazy. Okay. Take 10% of that 220,000 Rand, 22,000 Rand a week. Is that better? Is that attainable? I'm sure it is. So there's the example of a compensation plan. And I was told by a little bird that hopefully next week we're going to get told and shown what our compensation plan is all about. Now this next section, called placements. Now, why is placements very important? Placements is very important because if you don't place your people in the right places in the beginning, and don't worry if you've done it wrong, okay? There's no wrong. But I'm going to give you what I do. And, for me, it's worked. If you can do it, I suggest you do it. So what you do, go into your back office and you click on the famous X office. Okay, you click on your X office and it takes you to this screen. This screen, you click on reports, and then from reports, you go to number 2 there in yellow, sponsorship, and then you go to your tree view. Okay, now what happens in your tree view? Your tree view is very, very, very important. Okay, so I'm going to show you why it's important and what I do when I place the prospects that have come into the business. So there you are at the top. Now, remember what I said, the power of 4. So you're going to go out there and you're going to recruit 4 people. All right? You have 2 lines. You have the power line and the pay line. So you start off with the power line. So we get paid weekly every Friday, and each each time you recruit somebody or each time the person buys something or you buy a product, you get points. It's called personal volume. So one buys a transformation pack, let's say, for example, and it's 500 PV. You recruit the second person. So he goes in under number 1. All right. Then you recruit the third person. He goes in, also buys a transformation pack, and he goes in under number 2. So now, remember, 4 people. Now you've got the 3 on your right-hand side, as you can see on your screen. He buys a transformation pack for 400 PV, and you recruit your 4th. 500 PV there. Now, number 2 starts recruiting. So what do I always say? Duplication. So whatever I did there, the rest are going to do. What does that mean? Number 1 is going to recruit 3 down the right. Number 2 is going to recruit 3 down the right. And number 3 is going to recruit 3 down the right. And then the 4th one, inside leg. Okay, so watch now. So number 2 begins. Recruits, transformation pack. He decides now he's going to quickly go into the inside leg, so he puts number 6 there, which is fine. Okay. Transformation pack. And then he recruits the 3rd one, and he puts him under number 5 there with the transformation pack. So you see what's happened there. You built that line now. Now, remember what I said, the power leg and the pay leg. So now number 4 starts recruiting, and he has to duplicate a mirror image, right, of what happened on the right. So instead of the power leg, his power leg being on the right, his power leg is now on the left. So he recruits, he puts number 8 with the transformation pack, and he recruits number 9 also with the transformation pack. And now it's the end of the week. It's the end of the week now. Now we can't go anymore. Now we got to work out now. So because the leg on the right is longer or stronger than the leg on the left, okay, longer, it's the power leg. And the left is now the pay leg for you. So now 1 PV is equal to $1. So those accumulate in your Oryx opportunity rewards, and it gets stored there for you, and you can use it in the lifestyle section, okay, which we haven't got there yet. So for the sake of this, you are on an ultimate level, okay, which means you're going to get your 30%. And that is what we're striving to do when we launch. Everybody must get to ultimate very, very quickly. And I'm telling you right now, the way we're going, all of us, all the groups in South Africa, the way we're all going now, we will get to ultimate very, very quickly. So if not on launch day. So you add up all the PVs on the right-hand side, the power leg, it comes to 2,000, and you get 1,500 on the left-hand side. And then on Friday, the right gets subtracted from the left, and you're left with 500 PV that you start off with on Saturday, or 1 minute past 12 on Friday night. Okay? And your pay leg has 1,500, you get 30% paid on that, on those points. Okay? If you're an ultimate ranker. So that's how simple it is. Now, just imagine you do this with your team members that you've got currently, and you start teaching them, and you start telling them, because they're not all on this call tonight, right? So you need to take them and show them exactly how to do this and the power, what the power of 4 means. Because eventually, what happens now? Everybody's duplicating, so your pay leg starts running, your power leg starts running, and you're sitting on the top. Remember, network marketing, you start at the top. No matter where you are, you always start at the top. So I've just shown, here's just an example of a tree view. And if you look at, I don't know if you can see my arrow, but anyway, I'm going to make as if you can. So, all right. So this person here, well, first of all, where this red arrow is, that's your upline. That's where your upline sits. You have the two lines, as we said, the power leg. This one, in this case, it'll be on the right-hand side, left-hand side, and the pay leg will be on the right-hand side. So now, if you see this number 805-1165 over here, he's sitting there, and he has put his first three on the right, and he's starting his left, on the left, and he's starting his pay leg on the right. Okay, so now if he recruits another person, he recruits him under, he puts his sponsor number here, and he places that fifth person under this one here. Okay, and he starts growing both lines. So he can put the fifth person here. He can put the fifth person under 805-1277 over here. It's up to you. If you're starting to bring in a lot of people, you can decide. You can put him on the right, the next one on the left, and the right, and the left, and the right, and the left. As long as you stay with the 3 and 1. Stay with the 3 and 1, teach that to your downlines, and watch what happens to your tree view. So now, mastering the skill, the skill of recruiting. There's 4 steps. Okay, duplicate this skill, and you won't fail recruiting. Very simple. First step. The first step you got to do when you're recruiting somebody. Step 1, have you ever heard of NewAge? Now, when you're doing this, be excited, guys. Be excited. That already sells itself. Okay? Have you ever heard of NewAge? Can I share 2 videos with you? Can I share 2 videos with you? He says, yes. You tell him, right. I'm going to add you to a Facebook page. I'm going to tag you to the videos that I want you to watch. And I'm going to message you as soon as I've done that. Right. And then tomorrow, what time can I call you? I need half an hour of your time. What time can I call you? Because I'm going to talk to you and ask you what interested you the most. Now, that wording is very, very important, because you don't want to ask the person, did you enjoy what you saw? No. You ask him what interested you the most. That forces him to tell you what he liked in the video. So you're telling him, I'm going to ask you specific stuff, so watch it. You know, so he can't tell you, oh yeah, I watched it. You know, no. And then the next day, you make an arrangement. You phone him, or later in the day, you invite him to a 3-way call, or to a one-on-one Zoom, or to a leader-led Zoom. Okay, so like I said, the ATM method: add, tag, message, right? And those 2 Facebook pages, Transformation Health Styles and Transformation Lifestyles, are very, very important pages, because they have every single thing you need, from transformations to real-time success stories in the lifestyle page, right? The one's all about transformations, and the other one's all about business, lifestyles. As I said earlier on, this was the swing for Europe. They have 2 pages where they send their prospects to, and that it sells itself. And ever since we started this, look what's happened. These pages work. These pages work. So we're known as the House of Brands. Why? Because we're a ventures and acquisitions, if you want to call it, company. We buy companies, bring them into the stable in the health and wellness industry, same as what we are. Our products are top quality products. They go through stringent certifications. We even give a money back guarantee. Deanna Latson's one of our owners. She's the chief product officer. She goes deep into the products. There's a scientific board that backs her. The products, the ingredients that go into our products are sourced from specific places around the globe. And you can rest assured when you're offering your product that it's high-end products. So the products that we're going to get in South Africa, I promise you now, those products, you will not have issues with them because, and that is partly why the launch is taking the time that it's taking, because rather do it properly or don't do it at all. So how do we make money in NewAge? Very, very simple. We have representatives now known as brand partners that are our marketing arm. So the corporate works for us, not we work for them. They work for us because we have a partner council. And I'm not going to go into it now, but that is patented already. We have a Bill of Rights, which is also patented, that protects the brand partners out there in the field. So nothing can happen unless all the partner councils on every continent have signed it off. All right? Same as what they did for South Africa and Africa. They signed it off, and that's why we are going to the top. They've projected a $3.3 billion turnover in 3 years' time. Where do you think they're looking at most of the growth? They're looking at us. They're looking at us. Okay? We find customers, resellers, and representatives. So if you have people that don't want to join your team but just want to use the product, you've got it. If you know people in salons, doctors, anybody in the medical, the sports personal trainers, they will love the products to resell to their clients. Okay, you sell it to them at wholesale, they sell it at resale. Okay, at retail, so you can still make money, right? All the products that are assigned to them, and we earn commission we earn commission on all of them by means of the PV, like I showed you, the personal volume, the points. Okay, we teach and train others to do what we do. Duplication, like I've been saying, okay, and you repeat the same process until you reach your financial goals. There's a very important thing each one of you must remember. If you're teachable, coachable, and trainable, you'll succeed in this business. If you're not teachable and you're not coachable, rather go look for a job. That I'm telling you straight out. In network marketing, you have to be teachable, coachable, and trainable. Some useful websites that I want to share with everyone, we're nearly done, are these 4 websites. You want to take a screenshot of them. You'll find a lot of information on the products on these websites. Now, I know these are the international products, but doesn't matter. Knowledge is power. Who knows? Tomorrow you might have a group in Spain. You might have a group in Melbourne. You might have a group in Portugal. You don't know. So rather know what your company does, because it just adds to your confidence. And posture is number 1. So what is the difference between you and me? Absolutely nothing. We have the same management team. We have the same products. We have the same compensation plan. And you've heard on the Zooms, seven-figure earners, 6-figure earners. There's no difference between them and us. You know, the only variable is you. So how much money do you want to make in this business? How much time are you prepared to put in? So what do you need to do before pre-launch? As we said, we're launching second quarter. Start putting some money aside. I'm not talking a lot of money. You know, on my Zooms, I tell the people that are on my Zoom, if you can save maybe 1,000 Rand till the end of June, till the beginning of June, and I'm not professing I know what they're going to cost. I don't. But I'm saying, based on, we were told 20, 40, 100, 200 PV. Now, if you do a quick math calculation, you can more or less gauge where the products are going to come in at, right? So I say, put 1,000 Rand aside so that when you launch, you're going to buy a transformation pack, because you need to start putting your story together. You need to become the product of the product. I go on Facebook Live and I show my twin, which is the picture on the top of my picture with the 2 faces, and then me. And I promise you now, every time I do that, my phone doesn't stop. Doesn't stop. So pictures tell a story. With the money that you save, you buy your transformation pack. Now, think ahead, everyone. Think ahead. If you've got 100 people under you, if you've got 50 people under you and each one of them buys a transformation pack, that's the start of your financial freedom, because they're going to use that transformation pack. They're going to get their customers, their team's going to grow. And soon you're going to see your paycheck every single Friday increase and increase and increase. So sign up as many people as you can, so that when you start, you are starting and you're screaming out of those starting blocks. So just before I close, these are the 3 Facebook pages for corporate. Please like those pages, because they share a lot of information on there. Okay. And when you're advertising on the various social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok, there are the times that the gurus have said are the correct, or the times you should actually be active on and doing your business. Okay. Facebook, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 5 o'clock. And on Friday, between 8 and 9 o'clock at night. Right? On Instagram, Monday through Friday, 9 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. Now, I learned the other day, and I don't know if it's with all the Americans, but the Americans don't use the 24-hour system. So 1,600 hours could be a number. What is that? So that's 4 o'clock. So 9 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday through Friday, on Instagram. On LinkedIn, Wednesdays, 8 in the morning to 12 in the afternoon, and 9 to 2 on Thursdays. Fridays, 9 o'clock in the morning on LinkedIn. And then TikTok, 6 in the morning to 9 in the morning, and then 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night daily. So don't use your social media to impress people. Use it to impact people. Okay? So I suggest what we do is go through a little questions and answers if you guys want. I'm going to stop my share now and bring everybody back in. That's my story. That's my story, guys. I hope you enjoyed the training tonight. If there's any questions, you're free to ask. Erika's here. Erika, you want to say anything? Tammy's also on. You're welcome to join. All the leaders are on here. I don't know. I can't see everyone. But yes, that's mine. I open the floor.
So Nick, you are awesome. You're such a great trainer. Thank you for sharing all of that with us today. So I want to ask you something. We're still in pre-launch mode. We will get clarity on the comp plan. We will get clarity on the products. So I personally want to have a look at this presentation of yours again. It's being recorded and we will share the recording. But I want to ask you, are you willing to share your slide deck with all of us?
Absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
That would be awesome. So Nick will share his presentation on all the social media platforms. If you can't get a hold of it, contact either myself or Nick. Then we can get it to you, as well as the recording. Then you can watch it again, especially once corporate releases information on the comp plan, Nick. I think it'll be good to watch this again and look at how we're building organizations and trees. So I want to ask you, if you do have a question, feel free to type it in the chat box. We have 5 minutes left. So go ahead and type your question to us. But I want to know, Tammy, are you on? Tammy Melchizedek. Can you introduce yourself?
I am. Hi, Erika.
Tammy, highlight. There we go. Thank you, Anthony. Tammy, you've been running Africa for the last 12 months. We've been running very hard. Given where we are in our season, right? What are your thoughts today?
My thoughts today. Holy smokes. That's my thoughts today. Holy smokes. We have so much power coming at us very soon. And we've experienced incredible growth in the last year. But when RX merged with NewAge, that changed everything. And now we are having products in Africa, shipped from Africa to the African people. Do you know and understand how significant that is? That we are not going to battle with customs? Hallelujah. And so I'm quite grateful for that. But certainly, I think really amazing presentation. I had a lot of people asking me, Nick, where you're going to be posting the recording of this. Do you want to make a commitment where that will be?
I think who else is recording? I'll send it to Erika, if you don't mind. I'll send it to you. You can post it wherever you want.
I think it normally goes on to Anthony's YouTube channel. I'll ask
Yes, absolutely.
And,
Anywhere.
Yeah. And I'll also share it on the groups and on our Facebook groups, Nick. We can post it over there as well.
Yeah.
But if you battle to find it on any of those, send us a direct message. We can get it to you.
Very good.
Okay, I just see a question regarding recording. No problem. We'll get that recording to you, Lauren. Any other questions or any other closing thoughts, Nick, Tammy?
I do have a closing thought. I was just finishing my thought, and this is when I listened to Nick's presentation, one of the things that well, there was many things, Nick, I loved, but one of the things I really loved is preparation meets opportunity. And you must be prepared when these packs launch, that you are ready to jump in with your pack and get to ultimate immediately. That should be everyone's goal, paid out top in the company, percentage wise. If you don't understand what that means, get back with the person that invited you to this Zoom. But when these packs come out, be prepared, be ready to go with your pack, and be ready to go with team members that you've already brought into the organization, that they are ready to go. So it's really incredibly important. Preparation meets opportunity.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, the opportunity, I slam damn guarantee you, is here, and it's coming very, very quickly. And so, make sure you're setting that money aside, make sure you're sharing, make sure you're getting people to lock in their spot, because we are on the ground level of a $600 million company that's going to 3.3 billion. And they predict that Africa is how they're going to get there. So thank you so much, Erika.
Well, okay, we have a few questions. Franco is asking, give us a hint on the products. Dearest Franco, you of all people know that we do not know. Okay. So
they're health and wellness products.
You are funny, Franco. We do not know, but it will be released by corporate when they are ready to do so, and we respect that process. Salome is asking, which countries in Africa will be launching first? Salome, if you go onto social media for NewAge corporate, they have a slide that shows Africa divided into different quarters. I want to ask you, Salome, to get with your upline, get your hands on that slide. It'll show you exactly who is launching when. And just bear in mind, you guys, that is estimates, right? If we say hoping for the 1st of June, we understand this is business. We understand flexibility. We understand legislation, authorities. We understand all of that. So that is a projected time. It's not to say it will absolutely be. It is just a projected time that we are working towards. So please keep that
Erika,
in mind.
can I just jump in on that? We're gonna face a situation when we launch to say, I wish we didn't launch yet, because we have time now to recruit the soldiers. We have time now to recruit the soldiers. The more people you bring into your team and keep in your team, okay, the more people you got, the more your bank balance is going to grow. Right now, I want to ask each and every one of you, does your bank account control your thinking, or does your thinking control your bank account? Think about that. Think about that, because if you recruit as many people as you can now until the 1st of June, I can promise you right now, when we take off, you're going to say, I'm making so much money, the launch should have been a month later, because I want to get more people to come in. Because you're sitting here with a boss that's free, okay? You're sitting with a boss that's free, you bring in the people and you're teaching them, just teach them the power of 4, that's all.
Well, wise words from Mr. Nick Papas. You guys, give it up for Nick. Thank you for training us today, Nick. You are getting a hand clap all over the world, Nick. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us and your insight. What an awesome slide presentation you've put together. I can't wait to have a look at it again. You guys, that was our Monday training. Please know that we will be having a prospecting Zoom hosted by Nick Papas tomorrow at noon Mountain Time, USA, 8 p.m. SA time. Nick will be sharing and hosting an awesome prospecting Zoom. On Wednesday, I want to tell you that Eva Baca Currents is hosting an incredible Zoom together with Craig Tumanini and Stefan Page on how to open up a new market when you don't know what the products are going to be and you don't know the comp plan. Stefan has a lot of experience doing that. He's going to be on with Eva on Wednesday, and I believe that is 12 Mountain Time as well. And then another prospecting Zoom for Africa, hosted by myself, Thursday, 12 noon Mountain Time, 8 p.m. SA time. We are doubling up our efforts to take the continent of Africa as a family, a global family. You guys be blessed. Feel free to unmute, say thank you to Nick, and I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Nick. This is
Bye,
awesome.
Daniela.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Erica and Nick.
Thank you.
That was
Thank you.
good night. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Cheers. Thank you.
Lekker slaap.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Nick.
Great job, Nick.
Bye-bye.
As usual. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.